Hello, everybody. This is Robert Hollis. I hope you're having a wonderful and great day. The title today is What Do You Want? What do you want? And as I say that, I want you to know how incredible a question that is. It's just really mentally, most people in life, and this is by the census. You guys realize that we just had a census where they count everybody. And it just blows my mind still to this date that the numbers haven't changed. They keep saying that the rich get richer, but in reality, there's still 97% of the people. Listen closely. 97% of the people that are just living day to day. And so I remember hearing this quote a long time ago. Hi, Norma. Hi, Melody. Hey, Lisa, John, Ilona, and my incredible son. Hi, Deb. And so when you really think of this, if you just said to somebody, what do you want? And I've done this for years. I've done this for 35 plus years. And when you ask people what they want, the normal question is, our answer is, that is a really good question. Or, I don't know. Or, they say something that's vanilla. You know what I mean? Plain color. Like, oh, I would love to help people. Oh, really? Can you show me some examples in the last 30 days, 60 days, 6 months? Can you show me some examples on what you do to help people? No. You know what? I'd like to be out of debt. You know what? Now that you pinned me down and you asked me what I want, I would like to be debt free. Can you share with me the game plan of what you're currently doing to pay down that debt? Can you show me what you've done in the last 30 or 60 days? No, I can't. I'd like to make more money. Oh, really? Can you show me some stuff that you've done in the last 30 or 60 days that would give me an example that you're working on that plan? Nope, I can't. So when, recently Matthew, and for those of you, you can post it down here. Matthew right now has been doing a book review, and a lot of people have been showing up on Think and Grow Rich. And a lot of people think the word rich is about wealth, when really it's just being rich in life. And I understand this question more than anyone realizes. Why? Because I've spent over half of my life, that's crazy to say that, I'm 60 now. I've spent over half of my life asking people what they want. And so there is no doubt why people are not succeeding. Hey, Curtis. Hi, Pam, Ola, Monique, Zoltan, Kai. Thank you very much, Peter. There's no doubt in my mind, if you're watching this video live or recorded, why your life is not different. Why things are not changing. Because it all comes down to what is your desire. There's a lot of good examples that I'm going to use on this video because you can want to be an airline pilot. Let me just give that one. You can want to be an airplane pilot. I've always wanted to be a pilot. How many people do you guys know that say things, right? Or do things like I'm at a restaurant, right? And all of a sudden this waitress or waiter comes up and we're at an Italian restaurant or a French restaurant. And someone all of a sudden says, something in French or something in Italian. And then the waiter or waitress starts talking in Italian. And then the person that's sitting at the table talks in Italian. And every time I've been in that situation, I say the same thing. It's like, wow, that was really impressive. I just learned in high school, and then I met a couple of people in Italy, and so we always talk, and I use it all the time. And I know how to speak Italian. And what's the words that normally come out of people's mouths? You know what? I've always wanted to learn a different language. Oh, really? Yeah. Did you buy some audios? Did you hire a coach? Did you get one of those apps on your phone? What words do you know? Oh, I haven't done anything. I didn't buy any videos or audios or tapes, or worse yet, I mean this, worse yet. I did buy the CDs. I did buy the audios. Me. I'm talking to me, not you. Yeah, I did buy them. Well, did you learn the language then? No, I didn't do anything. Oh my God, I've always wanted to sing. I've always wanted to sing. Hi, Jerry. Hi, Sanja. Deborah. I've always wanted to sing. Oh, really? Do you sing every day? No. Oh, well, once a week, do you go sing at karaoke? No. No, I'd never do that. Have you hired a singing coach? No. You go to a wedding rehearsal. I mean, not a wedding rehearsal. What is that called afterwards? They have the wedding, and then they have, I don't know, the party, right? And we see people dance, Ray and Jessica Higdon, I admire them because they went out and took dancing lessons. And not only did they learn to dance, but they actually got in a couple of competitions. And I'm going like, wow, you know what? I've always wanted to learn how to dance, learn how to sing. It's like, oh, really? Tell me the steps that you've already done. Nah, I didn't use any steps. You know what? I would like to get healthy. Oh, really? Have you, what do you have changed? What are you currently doing? Nothing. I'm not saying this to wake you up. I'm saying this is that I consistently through my life have struggled with this. You know what I mean? I'm just being bold. I'm being transparent. It's like I'll put my head down and go to the top of a company, and then I don't know what I want. I don't know. What is the next step? Well, I don't know what I want. Well, if you don't know what you want, you'll get it. Nothing. So now what you're doing is you're just living paycheck to paycheck, and you're comfortable. You're just don't know what you want, and so you really don't do anything. And like Kai said, procrastination is suicide on the installment plan. And I always hear all these people that go, oh my God, I want to be a 5K, or I want to be a 1K, or I want to replace my income. That's what I want. I want to make full-time income in this business, whatever this business is. But their actions don't prove it. Isn't there a statement out there that actions speak louder than words? Actions speak louder than words. And what people do is they think too much. They make it overcomplicated. They overthink. I was reading a quote. Here's where you guys always, hear my favorite statement at all. If what you know that you know that you know for a fact that you would fight for it, you would die for it. And if it wasn't true, when would you like to know? And most people say, I want to know right away. No, you don't. No, you don't. Because if someone showed you exactly what to do, if you wanted to do anything in life, let me give you a neat example. Well, I got to finish that first story. So when I heard this statement years ago from one of my mentors, and today what I did is I tried to find it. And here was the statement, so I might be missing it up a little bit. But if it's my statement, because I put a bunch of it together, I'm just going to tell you what the statement or the quote was in my head. And here it is. I'm pointing to you. You're listening to me, live or recorded. Please share this with everyone. Listen closely. I know for a fact that I can show you how to get anything you want in life. Anything. I just need to find people that know what they want. So I've said that statement probably for 35 years. So I used to give Mark Twain credit for it. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to go on Google and try to find that statement. I couldn't find it. I couldn't find it. I thought the quote was, I can show anyone how to get anything in life. I just can't find people that know what they want. So I know I've been bouncing around, but Matt, you know, my son, I just love and appreciate him so much. He started doing a book review, and please, someone that knows, put a post to our group. We're close to 40,000 people that are in that group. And Matt started doing a book review on Think and Grow Rich. And one of the things that it talks in there is about not only what you want, but what your burning desire is. A clear definition and goal of what you want. And see, you can do anything. You can change a habit in a millisecond if you really, truly want something. And all of you have done it. Every one of you have done it. Whether it's passing a test, going to the next grade, getting your driver's license, getting a job, getting married, having children. It all came from a thought. And then it was a thought, like Earl Nightingale talks about. It's something that actually is in your mind and in your imagination all the time. And here's something that people just don't realize, is that this is a quote that I heard too. Don't know who said it. But people plan more for a 2-week vacation than they do their entire life. Because when you decide where you're going to go for your 2-week vacation, then you start going into action. Who's going to watch the dogs? Who's going to watch the house? We got to get hotels. We got to figure out excursions. We got to get plane tickets, or we got to figure out a map on when we're driving there. We got to figure out what hotels we're staying in. We got to figure out what we're going to eat. And so when you plan a vacation, it's like you really go into action. And what's really cool about planning a vacation is that if you book the flights, right, or take the time off, go to your boss and say, I want these 2 weeks off, you get them. Or you book your flight, your hotel rooms, you pretty much follow through with it. Yeah, there can be some things that came up, but what if your life was like that? So in searching with the Mark Twain quotes, I shared them with my wife and Matthew. Listen to this quote by Mark Twain. All you need in life is ignorance and confidence, and then success is sure. And it was funny because I'm actually going to post a quote tomorrow, or maybe I'll post it today because I actually are talking about it, is you listen to people that are extremely successful, and they say stuff like this. Look at what the majority of people in the world are doing. Listen closely. The 97% of the people. Look at the majority. For some ranges, say you wanted to make $1 million. Most of you don't want to make $1 million. So then 99%. Listen closely. Look what the majority of people are doing and do the exact opposite. See, the problem with the majority of the people is the majority of the people are listening to the majority of the people. It's like all of them are listening to each other, because people that are super successful usually don't share their opinions. And the reason that they don't share their opinions is because the majority of the people will look at them and go, you just don't care. You know what I mean? You don't think about this. You don't think about this. You don't think about this. Listen to this. I just love saying this stuff. So a person said to me one time, I was perplexed about something that was happening in the world, and I wasn't watching myself, so I was listening to the majority. Which some of you are not going to like this, is the news, is social media. Majority is the majority. And I was watching the majority, and I sort of got caught up in it. This was years ago. And I was sort of in the place where, all the injustice in the world and all the evil in the world, it's like, this is just awful. And this individual said to me, Robert, you ever gone to Google and just posted into Google and say, how many people in the world die a day? I said, no, I haven't. And he said, because the last time I looked, there's over 200,000 people. 200,000 people that die a day. What about those people? What about those people? What about the atrocities, the evil, the ugliness that's happening in the world? Well, what about before Ukraine? What about all the children worldwide that no one's listening to? We're tens of millions of children are dying from starvation, water, some kind of ugly disease. It's like, so people get all in an uproar when there's a certain subject that's out there. But let's not get off topic. It all comes back to what you want. What do you want? Because if you can figure out what you want, people like me can help you. I can help you get anything you want. I paid millions of dollars for coaches, trainers, people that cost a lot of money. Frank Kern, Brendan Burchard, Tony Robbins. I'm trying to think of all of them. It's just crazy how much money I've spent following the best of the best. And it comes down to, you give these guys $50,000. You give them $100,000. So I'm saving you guys some money. And when you sit down with them, believe it or not, I hired Ray Higdon. At one time I thought I wanted to be a brand. I wanted to be a life mechanic, a life coach. I wanted to travel the world, be speaker, be an author, all of this stuff, right? And I paid Ray Higdon $48,000. Why? Because he's doing what I wanted to do. I thought, did you guys catch that? I thought, but really what I was doing is I was doing what other people were doing for money. That's not what I wanted to do. Are you guys listening to me? And so when people are doing things, and worse yet, they're doing things that other people are doing, because you're doing them, because you think that it's going to get you a result, but what you're doing is just doing and not being. You're not being. You don't want that. What you want is money. So then you look at what other people are doing, and here's the funny part. You guys are not going to like this. But the majority of the people are listening to the majority of the people that are really not doing well. They're good on videos. They're good at getting you hyped out of your mind. Me and my wife last night was watching this new Uber thing, and it's like, get pumped up. Just get pumped up, So, hype, fear or loss, hype, fear or loss. And it's like, man, Zig Ziglar said it best. Motivation is like taking a shower. It's something you need to do every day. So some of you are extremely struggling, not only now, but been struggling for years. And it's because you keep doing what other people are doing, and you ask them what they're doing, and you try to do that, when in reality, you don't know what you want. You do not know what you want. It's not clearly defined. It's not written in a mission statement. It's not written in a vision statement. It's not something that's posted on your wall. So let's really get into it just for a second. Don't want this video to go too long. I think you're hearing where I'm coming from. You guys are going to see whole different Robert Hollis in March. Because I'm looking for people that know what they want. And I can help them get what they want. So people reach out to me and they go, Robert, oh my God, I would love to make a full-time income in what you're doing. Okay, great. The first thing I need you to do is I need you to get this book, The Greatest Miracle in the World. I need you to read it, and then I need you to get back to me. I never hear from him again. Very few. Probably one in 100,000. I'm serious. 1 in 100,000 will read that book, and then they'll give me a call back. That's what I instructed them to do. What makes Robert Hollis different from the majority? Because I am a 1%er, and I've been a 1%er for years. And then I slid into the 0.5%. And then the 0.01%. So I know how to get you there. So when I met my mentor, and he said, Robert, go get this book, Greatest Miracle in the World by Og Mandino. Didn't have the internet, didn't have cell phones. I directly went to a Barnes & Noble, bought the book, started reading it that night. And there's instructions in that book. And when I read the instructions, I did exactly what the book said every single night. Because my mentor knew that I needed to change my programming, that I needed to change the way I thought. And as I read the book and I became confident and I knew I was a miracle and I became grateful for everything, all of a sudden my mind went, you know what I want? I want other people to feel and get results just like I'm getting. That's what I want. I get jacked out of my mind. It's the biggest thrill in my life is to help other people get what they want. That's what juices me up. That's what pumps me up. That's what gets me fulfilled. That's what puts a smile on my face. That's what I want. And when do things become unhappy for me? When do I sort of throw my hands up and take a couple of years off? I'll tell you. When the people that I have attracted are not interested in participating in their own rescue. That's when I need to take a break. That's when I need to back away. Because I attracted a bunch of people that hang around me that do not know what they want and they do not want to participate in their own rescue. And you can tell by their actions. Actions speak louder than words. Because if you followed someone that has already helped, I've helped tens of thousands of people never work for anybody again. So the same thing that I did 35 years ago is the same things I'm doing now. Except they're simpler and they're easier. And it's easier to duplicate. It's easier to talk to people in this day and age than ever. This is perfect timing. But like Mark Twain said, all you need in life is ignorance. No, people are like, I'm not doing that faith garbage. I need to know. I want to learn and 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 learn, and then change coaches and learn and learn and learn, and then get some more books and learn and learn and learn. And then I want to change to different coaches and learn and learn and learn. And then I want to change different companies and different products and different comp plans and learn and learn and learn and learn. And I just want to keep learning. I do not know what I want, and I'm not going to execute. I'm not going to execute. Hi, Jesse. Hi, Jim. Hi, Lisa. Melody. I don't know if I've missed anyone. Eric. If I've missed you, Ola, I'm sorry. But I hope this has touched your heart. Hope this has touched your heart. Because if you truly want something, you'll go get it. Let me prove to you. A lot of you don't only want, but you need to make money. And you need and want to make money because you want to eat. You want to put gas in your vehicle to get back and forth to work. You want to make sure that your children and the people that you love have a roof over their head and that they're fed. A lot of you don't want to break the law. So you probably have car insurance and you upgrade, your registration on your car. You renew your driver's license. There's a lot of stuff that you take action and you do. Why? Because you don't want to be homeless. You don't want your kids to be homeless. You don't want the people that you love to be homeless. You don't want the bank to take away your car. You don't want the police to impound your car. So you say, I want a reliable vehicle. How reliable? See, most of the things that you've already occurred in your life are things that you wanted that you figured out how to get. But a majority of this stuff is just being a conformist. Another great quote. Most people die at 25. They go to school, go to college, get an education, get a job, and then they die. They're just not buried until they're in their 70s or 80s. They just get on the hamster wheel. They don't know what they want. What do you want? Well, I'd like to pay my rent or my mortgage on time. That's what I want. I want to make sure I can pay all my minimum credit card payments. Because we're not willing just to let go and trust the people that have already done it. We think that we have to learn. What's the script? What kind of people do you contact? So what we're doing is we always want to know how to do something. See, how do I do it? How do I do it? How do I do it? When we've all heard a phrase, if you haven't heard this phrase in this industry, is ignorance on fire is better than knowledge on ice. So people that first get in and they're ignorant and they don't know anything about anything, they're just excited about their future. And all they do is with excitement, enthusiasm, and thesos, God within, they go out, that little light of mine, I'm going to let it shine. And they start talking to everybody and everyone. Guess what? I found a way out. Guess what? I found a way to freedom. Guess what? I found a way to live a better lifestyle, to be fulfilled, to be happy. I found the people. You got to meet them. You got to meet them. You got to meet them. And then what happens? They start learning. And they learn about the product, so they talk about the product. They learn about the comp plan, so they talk about the comp plan. They learn about the system, so they talk about the system. They learn about the stories of the owners, and so they talk about the stories of the owners. And now all of a sudden, they don't even care to ask what other people want. Because they're too busy throwing up facts on them. They're too busy trying to sell them something or get them in something for that little jumpstart bonus, that upfront bonus. And then they just keep doing that, just turning and burning, turning and burning, turning and burning, because they don't know what they want. So why would they introduce people to someone like me? They wouldn't. They got a little bit of success, and now their ego, edging God out. They'd rather have a small little following and make just enough money not to get a job, to actually humble themselves and learn how to make it to the next level. So what do you want? Because I'll leave you with this. What if you got charged? Like, this is going to be crazy, but I'm going to give you a great analogy. Let's say that you got charged with murder. You're just doing you. They knock on your door. Hey, are you Eric Markman? Yes, I am. You're arrested. What for? Shut up and put your hands behind your back. Do you have a warrant? Yes. What for? What did I do? They'll talk to you when we get you to the station. They get you to the station. You're trying to figure out. You're saying, listen, I want a lawyer. What are you charging me for? Murder. What? Where were you on this date? Where were you on this time? Blah, 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 blah. Van just like yours, hit a person in the crosswalk and drove off. That was not me. So let me change the story a little bit for Eric. Okay, Eric, what do you want? I want financial freedom for me and my family. I want to buy my wife an incredible home. I want to pay for the best education for my children. I want a new car. I want a new car for both me and my wife. I want to be debt-free, and I want to give a lot of money to charities. There's so many people throughout the world that I would like to take care of. Okay, great. Prove it. What do you mean prove it? Let me see where you've been doing the last 2 weeks. Let me see what you've been doing for the last month. Let's look what you've been doing for the last 6 months. What do you mean? Prove to me. Prove to me that that's what you want. I'm trying. That's not getting it done. How many people have you introduced to the videos that the company has? You can check out the other videos I have. I don't have time to watch Robert's videos. Why? I just don't have enough time. I don't have time to watch him. I don't have time to watch what he says to do. I don't have time to take notes. I don't have time to try it. No, do it. I don't want to practice. Why don't you want to practice? Because I'm not good at it. No one's good at it. Yeah, but other people will laugh. So what? They don't pay your bills. I don't really know what I want. Good. That's an awesome place to start. Let's figure that out. Let's take some time away from everyone. Let's go sit in your vehicle someplace or go sit in a park someplace. Get away from everyone and take some frickin' time to really figure out what you want. And once you write down what you want, oh yeah, did I say write it down? Yeah, I did. Why? Because every success book on the planet says you need to write it down. There's something magic that happens when it's a thought and then it goes on paper. Wouldn't it be awesome? Wouldn't it be great if I was debt free? Wouldn't it be great to pay down these cards? These credit cards. What would be awesome to get a new car? What kind of car? What color? Then you start taking the action steps to making it happen. Will you be good at it? Hell no. Will people try to stop you? All day. All day. You'll run into stupid people all day that will try to stop you from achieving what you want. And that's why you give up. That's why you quit. Because you don't think it's important. So, hope you appreciate this, because I'm going to start working with a group of people, and they got to know what they want. They got to start putting action plans with it. Because if you do it, God's not a discerner of persons. If you don't believe in God, the universe is not a discerner. If the things that the top people in the world do, if you do them, you'll get what they got. And I'm documented proof of it. So I know that you can do it. I know that you can do it. I believe in you. I give you permission to succeed. But if you don't do it a certain way, and a lot of you don't know what the certain way is. I'll see you guys even post. You'll say, I'm doing it the certain way. And I go, great. Tell me what's the first thing that you're doing. How many people did you connect with today? Yeah, that's not doing it. Well, I don't know why I'm not doing it. Because you don't believe that you can. You don't know what you want. I think I'm going in a circle now. So I love and appreciate you. Again, I'm giving you permission to be fulfilled and happy. I'm looking for people that want to make an abundance of income, where now every day they get up and they're trying to figure out who they're going to give that money to, who they're going to help. That's where you need to be. If you don't know what the grand passion or purpose in your life is, I'll tell you right now what it is. It's lead by example, prove that it can be done, and then help those that want to go on that same journey. There it is. Love you. Talk to you soon. See you tomorrow, same time. Bye for now.